Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. No, that one won't work. Hey, Chief. Oh, that's Invisi Nerds. Yellow zombies. No. Hello, survivors. I like that one. We'll go with that, right? Yeah. Hello, survivors. I'm Team McVenom with Reality Skewed Gamers, and we are playing State of Survival. So I've been playing this game for, I would say, roughly a month and a half, 2 months, and I'm enjoying it so much so far. It's got everything that I like in a game: war, strategy, zombies, friends. You know, you can build alliances and develop some strong friendships. I just love the game so far, and I wanted to make vids on it based on my level. So at my level, I'm at Castle, I think 24 now. So not so much for noobs, like I'm still going through the tutorial noobs, but still new to the game. People that are starting to figure it out, but you know, have basic tips and tricks needs, because they're getting their what is it called, settlement. That's right. See, I don't even know the lingo yet. Their settlement, they're getting it leveled up, but there might be some things that they're confused about, especially in a game where you have so many different languages, which is great, meeting so many different people from all over the world. However, it can get confusing trying to guide new players in what they need to focus on and what some events are like and what the descriptions mean. So these are just the quick tips and tricks that I can give you as a new player. I know that some of you are just pros that have seen this, that you are just gonna blow through this video and say, like, I already knew all that. That's fine. We are going to make more videos in the future that are more in-depth guides. Hopefully after my skill set goes a little higher. But right now, this is just things that I have noticed as a new player. So right off the bat, I can go through one thing that I know I'm having to point out to everyone. It is at the top left. If you look at the icon just under your power level, there's a little paper airplane. Now, that little paper airplane is wealth of knowledge. Like, I've poured through this whole thing, and it really helped me with battle mechanics. There's so much information here. So if you click on the little paper airplane, it brings you to this. You have news, and then you have your recommended, which I suggest going through this top to bottom, your recommended. Helps a lot with figuring out attacking and defending. Like in some spots you're defending, some spots you're attacker, and that changes your battle strategy, because it changes whether you're going to have losses, heavily wounded, lightly wounded, losses outright. So definitely read through that. It also gives you guidance on fortress fights, which won't happen in the beginning, but you know, after about a month and a half in, you will start having facility fights, you know, bunker fights, capital. So that's really good. Resource gathering tips, plague zone guides, basic troop attribute guide, which is super helpful for understanding the differences in their attributes, like lethality versus defense and health. You know, things like that just might not make sense when you see them in the troop stats. So that helps quite a bit. The other thing is this, you know, basic troop matching rules. This one helped a lot for me. Also helped me figure out my ratio of 30, 30, 40. Helped me figure out which ones die quicker, which ones are your shields. So there's also a turn order, which ones are going to be front line, which are back line. So definitely check that one out. Just really good information on these, and I think they do tend to update them. I'm hoping that they update them. I feel like they've changed since I've started, some here or there, or put in new things, like they have the updates notes. So I think they do change them occasionally, so that's good. I'm looking forward to seeing more information there. So that's the little airplane icon, which is great. The other thing that I think a lot of people forget about is your events page, your events billboard. Up here on the top right, you can see where I'm moving it around. Up here, it's the very top right. If you click on that, this one gives you the events breakdown, what's happening, what's about to start happening, what events that are in place right now. And on every single one of these, if you click on the event, you will generally, I'm sorry that's cut off a little bit, I'll work on that later. I'm not super perfectionist with that stuff, but if you click on the question mark, which is usually on almost every event page, it will give you a description of what's going on in it. And I think they do a pretty good job of trying to describe the event and how to do it, but it also gives you the lingo that you use when you're asking questions in your Alliance chat to more experienced players. Because I noticed when I first started, people would say something about, just random lingo, and I didn't know how to ask the question because I wasn't really sure what they were talking about, because I didn't know that that topic at all. So this guy gives you a general knowledge for you to ask more questions. So yeah, and it also has the community page where you can actually join and get some free BioCap. So that's good. So that's that. This other section is the calendar, which I just started to use recently, because now that I know about the events, I understand them more. I can use my calendar to kind of plan out which ones I'm going to be able to participate in. There's still a few events that I haven't gotten a chance to, like the water raid or water reservoir raid. I'm so excited to try that one, but just due to work and pandemic issues, I haven't gotten a chance to really play it yet. So I'm really excited. But this kind of gives you a rundown of how long events last, when they start, when they end, kind of thing. It's really cool. The other thing that I feel is overlooked, or people might not understand right off the bat, are the map, how to share coordinates, how to post reports and things like that. I noticed a lot of questions regarding that in Alliance chat. So quickly, with how to use the map and share coordinates, if you click on anything, you can click on a tile, whatever, you see the little plus sign there. If you click the plus sign, you move to bookmarks. You can actually click share, and you can share this to state or Alliance, or you can share it to someone that's in your private messages. And that's good too, like if you're coordinating attacks and things like that. So, but I see a lot of survivors when the state first opened, just posting their cords in Alliance chat or state chat, and they're just posting them randomly because they're trying to figure this out, which is good. I think I encourage everyone to press buttons, just figure things out. But that's what that does. You can also add a bookmark. So if I wanted to put this as neutral, I can add, and it adds it to my bookmarks, which up at the top, which my screen is cut off, but you can access up at the top. There's going to be a little star that you can access all your bookmarks. Or you can actually click on another tile, and if you click star, you can look at adding it that way as well. Let's see, what else can we go over that's quickly? I have time for a few more. The other thing that I think is really cool is the search feature that I notice a lot of people don't really utilize much in the first month or so of a kingdom starting. If you're looking, let's say I ask someone in my alliance, so let's start a plague zone. Find me a 21 and let's go ahead and start it. And they're like, how do I do that? You click the search icon. It's right above my settlement icon. If you click search, you pull up this cool nifty little searching tool, and you can scroll over, and let's say I wanted to see a level 21 plague zone, and it searches and it finds the closest one to you, which is really handy, especially when you're farming late at night and you want to send out your troops to farm some res up while you sleep. You can click on food. I want a level 8, and it'll quickly find that as well for you. Yeah, so I like their search tool. You can also search your radar from there, which I don't use that. I usually like to go to my Intel and use my radar, which, by the way, everyone's up in arms about this new radar system, saying it's awful. I love it. I've gotten so many frags from it. I think the problem is people haven't leveled it up. See, mine's level 9. I think you really need to get up to about level 7 or 8 for you to really start seeing the good drops come. So just give it a chance, level it up, and tell me if you like it later. I think you will. And you can see I need to use my energy up. I've been slack today. Let's see. The other thing that I do want to point out that is a newbie thing, and I know that all of you guys that are familiar with this will know that lead alliances. When you join an alliance, always come to this alliance tab and read the billboard, like read their billboards, because every alliance or what in my state, what I'm familiar with, almost every alliance has allies, especially in new ones. You need friends. So we have allies that are do not attacks. So if you're a new player, read your billboard, don't attack friends. Keep that in mind, or else you'll get booted pretty quick. Cause trouble for a lot of people. Now, mistakes do happen, of course, when you're new, but if you read the alliance billboard, usually that's going to give you your main rules. Just follow those rules and you're good to go. Donate, which is right there in your alliance tech. As long as you donate and follow the rules, you're pretty golden. And the best way to grow is obviously in an alliance. The other way that I've noticed that people have said, oh, I didn't know the person that I attacked. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know they were a sister alliance of someone. The way to check someone's alliance affiliations is you click on them. Let's find somebody we can click on. Oh, that's my ally. We don't want to do that. Here. I'll pick someone on one of my allied kingdoms. There we go. Allied groups. So if I want to see, I want to attack SpongeBob. But, you know, I'm supposed to, according to my alliance banner, I'm supposed to not attack allies or their sisters, meaning like their farm alliance or their little group. Like you have big alliances, and then you might have a little sister alliance attached to that big alliance. You don't attack either. So I would hit info, and then that gives me all of his information, stats and stuff like that. But then I want to click this alliance button and read the motto, because it's usually going to say whether or not they have a little sister alliance or something like that. And so you want to read that and make sure that it's not any one of your allies on your alliance page. Yeah, so that's it. Guys, do not make fun of my settlement. I just started decorating it right now, so I know I have a lot of work to do. I think it looks pretty decent, but I have a little bit of work to do. But that's what I think we're good on tips and tricks for right now. Those are the big, basic, I would say, top 4 to 5 beginner tips that I would give everyone. Now, I'm going to go through and do some more, a little bit more as I go along. Just things that I've noticed with our kingdom and how it's progressing, and how many questions we get asked as far as leaders. I'll just kind of throw in some videos here and there. I want to try to do a video a week. If there's any videos or any topics that you want discussed, please send me a DM in Discord, in game, if you can find me. We have all of our links for Reality Skewed Gamers down at the bottom of the screen here. Reality Skewed Gamers Discord is there. You can always find me and send me a little question, or hey, I want you to discuss this topic. I will definitely, if I don't know the answer, I will definitely do my research and get the answer for you. I will do many videos on, I want to do the next one on trap guide, the trap event, because there's a lot of little nuances with that. One on water reservoir, of course. I'm really excited about that. Also on Horde, which is my favorite event so far. I love the Horde. It's it's exciting and just fun to see how far you can get. So I want to do an event on the Horde, a video on the Horde event. So I'll be doing more and more of those as I progress in my skill set. And I also want to do some live streams for you guys where you guys can watch, join in on the live streams, do some questions and answers with me and possibly a few guests. I'm going to try to bring in players from other kingdoms onto those live streams. Ones that are very experienced, and then some that are new like me. Then we can kind of discuss our struggles and what we're having struggles with as new players, and hopefully get some experience tactics from the older players. So we'll be doing those on Fridays at 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel. So you can always check the YouTube channel here. It's Reality Skew Gamers. Fridays at 8 p.m. we'll be doing the live streams for around an hour or so. But again, look forward to the future videos that I'll make, and thank you guys for joining. I appreciate your support. Happy hunting.